All right, good morning, everybody. We're here at 4917 Cleveland Street. We're going to be performing camera inspections from the roof. Right now, we are on the back of the house towards if you're facing the house all the way to the left, there's a sunroof here just for location purposes. So we're going to be doing a camera inspection of all the drains. We're going to start here, work our way back to the front of the house. So let's proceed. Alright, so as you can see, we're here at the 8-foot mark. Looks like there's a transition from this old cast iron vent pipe. Looks like we're going into PVC now. Here we have another branch coming in. Then keep going vertically. And then, so there has been a small area in this specific pipe that's been replaced into PVC, which is roughly, let's see, it starts at about 8 feet, and about 2 feet long. And then we're going back to the cast iron, and here's the cast iron. Looks like we got looks there to be signs of roots at this point. Is that roots? It's hard to say. Looks like it might be roots. Only about 11 feet in, so this is literally right where it starts to. This is still in the vertical portion, and then right where it starts to turn to the right. So there's a bit of roots here, but it doesn't look like it's currently serious, but this does. So as we pass through that point, you can see this drain line is just completely corroded, and you can see at the bottom there's just a lot of debris of rust that's fallen through. We're going to try to keep going as much as we can, but the diameter of the drain line, because of the corrosion, has been drastically reduced. So let's see. Alright, so got through that little part. So there's another, but looks like there's another 2 or 3 foot section of cast iron. Then we go back into PVC, which is good. Here we have a nice clean line. It's getting a little difficult to put the camera down because of all these changes of direction. Let's see how far we can go. Another little twists and turns here. So here we have some water that's actually being drained in here right now, and I had to look around the premises already, and I saw something in the backyard. What looks to be the pool pump draining into here. So I'm just going to confirm, and I'm going to have Travis just go down and stick something through there, because this is just an open area, an open drain in the actual lawn, which is not a good thing. So we're just gonna go down, confirm that this is the area. So we're just having a bit of a delay here. It seems like somebody's using some fixtures inside the house. So we still want to verify that this is the area that we're looking at. So we're just gonna wait until this water passes. Alright, so it turns out that somebody was testing a tub, or running a tub inside. So we got that to stop now, and we're going to proceed here. And we got Travis to stick something down there, so let's see if we can spot it. Hey Travis, pull the stick up and down. Yeah, I see you. There he is. Okay, so verify where that point is. Okay, you can pull it up. So right now we're basically, it's almost like this is going towards the right of the house and then coming back. So let's see how much further we can get. I mean, at this point, I don't know how much visibility we're going to have because, unfortunately, the water is running and we can't really stop that. But aside from that, I can't move the camera down any further because there's just too many changes of direction. So that'll be the end of this camera inspection from this line. In summary, there are some portions of the line which have been replaced, and there are some portions which are in poor condition that are still in cast iron. Definitely recommend replacing them. All cast iron drains really at this point that have been installed have reached their lifespan, so that's going to be the end of this vent terminal. And now we're going to just pull the camera back, and then we're going to move on to the next drain line. Since roots are here, it's really difficult to determine. I think there are no trees in the area, so it is unlikely that it would be roots, but it's definitely a possibility still. Okay, now we're going back up the vertical section. Yeah, so unfortunately we can't make this turn on this 1.5-inch pipe. So at this point we're just going to move towards the final stack, which is going to be, if you're facing the house, all the way on the left hand side. This is likely the kitchen stack, so there's not much we can tell from this area, unfortunately. It does look to be like some erosion of the cast iron pipe just at the forefront edge over there, but it's not uncommon. That's pretty much all we can tell from this stack. It is at 1.5 inches, so typically we can't get the camera too far down with these. We may try something just to maybe we might try to just moisten it up and see if that helps. Okay, so we're here at the final stack, just for reference purposes. This is the 3-inch stack, and you can see if you're facing the house, this will be all the way on the left-hand side with the long roof extending towards the back, which is that's the back of the house over there. All right, so let's proceed. So we got the iron stack so far. Right now we're going from the vertical to horizontal section. As you can see, we have an iron drain, a bit of corrosion. Some technical difficulties with the camera there. Negotiating this turn. Yeah, but for some reason it seems to be folding on itself. So we got some iron drains here so far, nothing abnormal. They are very corroded, as to be expected for their age. Pretty decent condition so far. A little bit of it looks like we have a bit of pooling in this area right here, around 30 feet in. This area is where it appears to be a little bit more of a much more heavy corrosion, but it seems to be in this little bottleneck. So whatever's connecting to here to the right, whoever's connecting from the right line seems to potentially be causing some corrosion, or that could just be some dirt stuck to the side of the pipe as well, but it's difficult to determine. Anyway, as we proceed, the line again has a bit of a buildup of water, so let's say about the 35. So about the 34-foot mark. Looks like we have a bit of a belly here. See, we're kind of going through a little belly of a pipe. Let's see where it ends. So we got about a 10-foot belly. So obviously is an indication of poor grading in that specific area. So that's obviously not conducive for good flow. Okay, let's proceed. Again, cast iron lines. So from this point, oh, there we go. We got another belly here. You can see there's some residual toilet paper, just because it's a hard time moving from these bellies. So it travels much slower and it's much more prone to blockages because of that. At this point, the iron drain seems to be getting increasingly corroded. As you can see, these walls have quite some buildup of corrosion. And then we see the bottom of this starting to bottom out at this point. Alright, so we've determined the pipe is actually going towards the back of the house, and we've traced the camera in its current position. If you're inside of the house, it's in what looks like to be a sauna room and the far bathroom all the way at the end. So that's where we are right now. You can see the bottom of the drain is eroding away. So here, at the 67-foot mark, looks like we're converting to PVC. So let's see exactly where that is now. Okay, so right now we're exiting the house, and we should be reaching that point. There it is. This is the original point where we first started the camera inspection, and we noticed this. This is actually what we've determined. This water is actually discharge from the air conditioning unit. Apparently, the way the air conditioning unit works is that it pulls the cool water from out from the well, which is being pumped up, and then runs through the chiller, which essentially powers the air conditioning unit, and then exits into this hole, which is directly into the drain. And so that's where the drain continues to go. Now let's see if we can find out. Alright, well, we've asked them not to run the water, and unfortunately they refuse to listen, so we're just going to continue at this point. We've already cambered this line. At this point, we're really just locating where it terminates. I believe it's going into a septic tank. Okay, so we determined where this spot is. Turns out the pipe is actually running from this point towards the back of the house, and then it seems to be making a right just a few feet forward of the well, what they turned into a drain for the actual washing air conditioning unit. So this is as far as we can go with all these changes of direction, but in summary, the drain is well, it's in poor condition. I mean, there are some bellies. There's nothing that's increasingly significantly urgent that needs to be taken care of, but it is obviously old and cast iron. So that's basically it. As you can see, it is flowing at the moment, so everything seems to be running quite nicely. And that'll be the end for this camera inspection. I'm just going to pull the cable back. Well, unfortunately, somebody's keeps using the water, so we're just going to stop the camera footage here, and that'll be the end.